In this video, I'm going to be sharing all my favourite hiking gear of 2022. I'm not going to be going into a lot of detail on the different things because I've done a lot of videos on them already, and I will put all the links and details in the description box below for you, so you'll be able to check them out if you're interested in looking into the items further. Also, while I have you, did you know I have a Patreon membership where you can pay as little as £3 a month, and that money goes into helping support this channel. In return, you get videos, recipes, photographs not seen anywhere else. So check out the details here and go have a look at it. You are not tied in, and it really does help support this channel. You've got instant access to over 150 different posts already. So let's get started. What gear have I been enjoying in 2022 when I've been out on my hikes? Anybody who has been watching any of my videos this year will recognise this. It's the Atom Mo 50, which is my new lightweight backpacking pack. It's made here in the UK, and I have absolutely loved having this backpack this year because I've hiked the PCT with a much bulkier pack and then a lightweight pack that absolutely destroyed my shoulders and hips. This I wish I'd got years ago. It is a fantastic pack. I've done a review video all about it, so you can check it out. I'll put the details on the screen for you if you want to look at it further. But the main features for this is it's a 50 litre one. They do come in different sizes, and it holds about 19 kilograms, which is 42 pounds. So it does hold a sufficient amount of weight if needed. What was the most important thing to me with this is the cushioning on the shoulders and as well on the hip belts. It protected me really well. The cushioning was more than adequate, and this was at a fully loaded pack when I hiked the West Highland Way. I also hiked the coast to coast with this. It wasn't fully loaded then, but both times it didn't give me any problems whatsoever. Another thing that is fantastic about this is you can customise it. You can add bits to the hip belts. You've got a few different options there that you can do on the website. But one thing I loved was the fact that you can choose whatever colours you want, and of course I went for teal. The next one is these Alp Kit Cooling Trail Leggings. A lot of people ask me what I wear when I'm hiking, and I go between a mixture of trousers and trail leggings. The reason being is I find leggings really comfortable sometimes, especially if I know I'm going to be wearing waterproofs. They're much easier to get your waterproofs on and off, so I like wearing these on trails. And I thought hiking is a lot like trail running, so why not get some technical trail running tights? They have stash pockets on both sides, which a lot of trail leggings don't have, or a lot of leggings only have them on one side. And I find that really annoying because I do like to have lots of things on my person when I'm hiking. So that space is fantastic. They have got mesh behind each knee, and they are very breathable and they wick the moisture away really well. They've got zips at the bottom, which is perfect if I am deciding that I just want to roll my leggings up to cross a stream or anything like that. They've got the zip at the back, which sits on your lumbar region, and I tend not to use that when I'm hiking because I usually have a pack on, so it's usually a bit uncomfortable having something there, but that is perfect when you're out trail running for gels and keys. But they have lasted very well. They're not showing any signs of deterioration, and I have used them multiple times this year. Dr. Pawpaw Original Balm. This is a skin protector and moisturiser. I've heard about this for a number of years. It is not a new product, and I wish I had bought it years ago. It has been fantastic on my skin. It is made in the UK and from natural ingredients such as pawpaw, which is found to have natural healing qualities. And I have got extremely sensitive skin. Honestly, I react to everything. This has been perfect for me. I bought it as a lip balm, to be honest, but then realised that you could do so much more with it. Now, I use this around my eyes when it is really cold or when it's windy because I find that I get very dry skin, and it has helped that. I can use it around my nose, around my chin, because I get certain reactions to the cold, and it has not given me any problems, and it is really helping me out massively. You can use it on your hair as well, but I don't think anyone outdoor hiking is going to be bothered about sorting out the tips of their hair when they're out hiking. But you can use it for your cuticles, so it is absolutely frosty outside at the moment. So I can imagine going on hikes, you know, when your nails get really dry and you get your cuticles, or there's horrible sore bits on the bottom of your fingernail bed, that can go on those as well. So it is a multi-purpose little balm. It comes in a 25ml tube, but you can get different sizes. And this is definitely going to be something that I keep in my life. Next up are these, which are the WV Sport Sequoia Edition waterproof hiking boot. Now these are vegan and fully waterproof like they state. I literally walk through puddles just because I can. I haven't had a decent pair of walking boots that are fully waterproof in a very long time. They are extremely comfy. They've got a fantastic Vibram sole on them, which gives me fantastic traction when I'm out hiking, and I feel very, very sturdy in them. The two things that I really liked about these is, first of all, let me show you, they are still a little bit muddy. They have got a low cut ankle on them, so they don't go all the way up your calf. I don't like boots that are that high, especially for someone that wears trail runners so much. So I found that very comfortable. And second of all, they go down to a UK size 3, which a lot of companies don't do for women. And I am very small footed. I have actually a size 2.5, so 3s are a perfect fit for me. The company is carbon neutral and all the packaging is plastic free. And speaking from personal experience, their customer service is one of the best customer services I've ever experienced. Now I have done a whole video talking all about these boots, so I will link it up here for you, and of course it'll be in the description box below for you, and the details will all be down there too if you want to check them out yourself. Hiking and getting lightweight things often go hand in hand, but there are a few things that I don't mind carrying a bit of extra weight for, and one of them is this hydro flask. This is one of my favourite things I like taking out with me to drink from. Yes, I can get a lighter weight thing, and when I'm doing through hikes, I will not take it. But your normal days hikes, this usually comes with me, whether it's a hot day or a cold day. It will keep things hot for up to 12 hours, and I don't just mean lukewarm. And in summer, it is so refreshing to put ice cubes in here with your cold drink and then have icy cold water or whatever it is you've got in there when you're boiling hot. It is really good. I chose the one with the normal sized mouth. You can get different sizes, and it's got a handle on the top of it. Now what I do is I put this in the side of my backpack, and I've got clips that go through, so I literally clip through here. So if I'm bending over taking pictures of something or sorting my shoes out or whatever, then it will not fall down a hill, because that has happened to me once before and it is not fun. This size is a 21 ounce, which is 621 mils. They do come in different sizes, and I love the colour. It is so cute. Which leads me on to, what do I like in my flask on a cold hike? And the answer is a Millie's sipping broth. Now I know I have mentioned these before, maybe more than once, but I can't get enough of these sipping broths. They are so tasty. They come as a compostable, steepable broth bag, which is a little bit like a tea bag. They are vegan and gluten-free, and the company is based in the USA, but they do offer international shipping. If you're going to order any, I recommend going for the multi-pack, and that includes a tomato basil, a Thai lemongrass, spicy tortilla, and a delight pho. So you get to try all the flavours. I think the delight pho and the Thai lemongrass are two of my favourites, but honestly, I love all of them. They are so nice. If you do place an order, just to let you know, I do have a coupon code that you can use. So if you put Mary's Outdoor Adventures at checkout in the coupon code, you will get 12% off. I honestly love these, and I get really sad when they run out. Next up is a purchase that I literally only got last month, and that is the Mountain Equipment Makalu Waterproof Gore-Tex Jacket. Now this is something I have been saving up for a very long time, if I'm being honest. They're not cheap purchases, our waterproof Gore-Tex jackets, especially with a branded one, but I like the company, I like what they stand for and all the ethics behind them. And I wanted a decent jacket, and I thought it was about time to treat myself, because I do an awful lot of outdoor things. So I invested in this, and I have no doubt it will last me for many years to come. It has obviously got the Gore-Tex membrane to keep it fully waterproof, but the reasons why I chose this one, and I promise it's not just for the colour, it is because it has first of all got an alpine fit, which means that it's not going to be one of those really baggy, unflattering jackets. I like the alpine fit because it kind of tucks into places where you need it to tuck into, which also keeps the warmth in, and that is one thing that I wanted this for. I do have another jacket, which is the Patagonia one, but that was not suitable for winter. It's perfect as a summer jacket, but out in the cold, especially if I'm standing around doing a lot of photography, for example, it just wasn't cutting it, and I knew I needed a proper one for winter. Hence this one. It's also got a number of different pockets. It's got large ones for me to put my hands into. It also fits full-size OS maps in. It's got one on the chest and also one on the inside, which is fully waterproof, ideal for my phone when I'm navigating using that as well. It has got articulated sleeves, which is something that I do look for in a jacket now that I know what it feels like to have one. And that's where, you know, sometimes when you've got a jacket and you put your hand in the air but your whole jacket comes up with it, well, this doesn't do that because of the articulated sleeves. What else can I tell you about it? I've worn it a couple of times. I haven't worn it a massive amount, so I can't say about the durability side of it, but I do have other mountain equipment items and I know that they do last. This treated me very well when I was hiking up Cairngorm recently in Scotland, and the conditions were atrocious, and it kept me nice and dry, which was the aim of the game. So I am going to be doing a full review video on this, and I will answer more questions about it and go into a lot more detail. Oh, it's got pit zips as well, which are an absolute must if I'm hiking in jackets. But yeah, I'll do a special video just on this jacket to go into it in a lot more detail. But yes, it was one of my favourite purchases this year, and I'm so grateful to be able to get it now. Does anyone out there have a bit of a bugbear against disposable hand warmers? You know, the little ones that you open up, you shake a little bit, you get a few hours out of them, and then you toss them. Or, in worst case scenario, I have seen them on trails, and I think left by people that have been doing a bit of camping as well. And I hate seeing them when there are alternatives out there. Now, I used a rechargeable hand warmer a year or two ago, and I have not turned back. I love using them, and this one is a new one by Live Systems. It is the dual palm rechargeable hand warmer. Now, they have been doing rechargeable hand warmers for a few years now, and this is the latest one out. And are you ready for this? Dual palm. It is called that because it is magnetically stuck together. There are other companies out there that offer rechargeable hand warmers, but I find that they don't last very long, or you have to recharge them more often. Now, this will provide heat for up to 9 hours each. So if you're using 2 of them, you could potentially get up to 18 hours of heat, which I think is going to be perfect for when I go out doing some wild camping. They're going to last me through the night. And not only this, they also double up as a charger. So you can literally plug your USB into there and charge up your phone. And I have charged my mobile phone at least twice on these, so they give plenty of power while you're out in the hills. Now, this wouldn't be a best hiking gear of 2022 without another pair of shoes. Right, I had to bring these in because these are, again, another purchase this year. These are the Brooks Cascadia 16s, and anyone that's been following this channel for a while will know that I'm a big lover of trail runners when I'm hiking as well as trail running. And Brooks Cascadia, I don't think I've ever veered away from. They've always given me such good comfort when out hiking, and these are no different. They have got extra cushioning than the older models. They go down to a UK size 3, which is always very important to me. They are vegan friendly, and they have got fantastic soles on them that have been really comfortable going over rocks, and they've given me the traction I need, especially when hiking on slippery surfaces. Again, I'm not going to go into a massive great deal of detail on these because I am filming a video specifically for these, which should be up in January, no later than that, I promise you. So I'll be able to do a full review on them then. But these are definitely a plus for me for this year, and they're much better than the previous model as well, if anyone has had the Cascadia 15s. They were very good shoes, but they weren't as cushioned and they weren't as durable, I found, as these. These are definitely the next step up. The next one are Noon Sports Hydration Tablets. Now, I unfortunately haven't got any of these at the moment. I have used them all up, but I will put a picture on the screen of them. They are to replenish electrolytes. So when we sweat, we need to replenish our electrolytes. These are gluten-free and vegan without all the extra sugar and additives found in other brands. They are not just for running or cycling. I literally discovered these when I was out hiking the PCT, and they made a massive difference to my energy levels. So, you know, when you've done a really long hike, even if it's just a long day hike, towards the afternoon you start dragging a little bit, but pop one of these in some water, wait for it to dissolve, and it will really help you out. It's a bit like a caffeine kick without the caffeine, but you can also get them with caffeine added, but I didn't need them. But they are a bit of a game changer and they taste really nice. I think my personal favourite flavour was the grape one, and there's also a lemon and lime, I think, that was also very refreshing. I'd highly recommend these if you find that you're out hiking, especially in summer, and you're starting to sweat a lot and you're feeling a bit drained. They will really help you out a lot. Now this continues to be one of my top things when taking out hiking, and I wish I saw more people with them. It is a Garmin InReach Explorer Plus. Now, whether you get the Plus or the Mini, I think something like this is a bit of an essential, especially when hiking outdoors, even when you're hiking in a group, but especially if you're on your own. Now, what this is, it's an emergency satellite device that allows you to signal for help if you get stuck. You can literally, at the touch of a button, call for help using the satellite network, so it doesn't rely on any mobile phone networks or Wi-Fi. So if you're out of service, if something's happened to your phone, this is where it could save your life. Now, I have done a whole video all about this device, and I highly recommend anybody watching it, even if it's just to educate yourself about what you could potentially be carrying with you to save your life. Or if you're interested in buying it, you can have a look at the video. I have heard that this particular model has been discontinued. I don't know if it's a temporary thing or a permanent thing, but the mini version of this is still available, which basically does the same things, but it hasn't got all the screen or the mapping system. Now this particular one does have, like I say, the map system built into it, so you can use it to navigate your way as well if needed. The other thing that I absolutely love about this particular one, and that's the reason I got it, is that it's a two-way communication device. So you can send messages to contacts and receive them back. So if you're stuck, but you don't want to call emergency services, you can still message people to come and help and get you, and it even sends your coordinates with that message so they can see exactly where you are. Or it's got a load of preset messages on it, and you can just literally send messages to say things like, I'm running late, or I'm doing okay, or hi, I'm out in the hills. You can use it for whatever you want, but I would not go without this now. I think it's a really important piece of equipment. It is a contract, so you do have to pay monthly for it. So you have to buy the device and you do have to pay a monthly subscription for it. But I would highly recommend anybody that's serious about hiking and going out into the hills to look into something like this, even if it's not this particular model. And the final one that I'm going to talk about that I have been loving this year, as well as the last couple of years, is the OS Map app, which I have on my phone. Now this app allows you to have access to thousands of routes that are already created on there, but particularly for me, I like to create my own routes. So you can literally go on and plot your own routes, have a look at different terrains, different ways of looking at the map, and you can even, once the route is completed, do a flyover, so you can literally fly over the route so you can see what your walk will look like as you're hiking. Now I think you have to pay about £5 a month on the monthly subscription, but it's less than £30 a year for the annual subscription. I would just like to say though that as good as this app is, always take a backup. I always make sure I take a paper map out with me or another form of navigation such as my Garmin, just in case something goes wrong with the app or my phone. You just never know with technology, so always have a backup. Be safe. It has definitely been wonderful because I have been doing a lot of trig points this year. So I've been plotting my own routes to try and encompass trig points and then kind of getting off the beaten track a little bit. And it's really good because you can download everything in the Great Britain area, just to let you know it is Great Britain only, and have a look at where you're going. So if you do lose signal, you've got that downloaded before you leave. I would definitely recommend checking it out, and it's something I use on a regular basis. I hope you have enjoyed this video and listening to everything that I enjoy taking out with me this year on my hikes, all my favourites. I will no doubt have more favourites to talk about next year. But if you have liked this video, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and that really does help me out. If you want to go further and support this channel even more, don't forget to look on my Patreon and see if you would like to join that as well. I would really appreciate it. But for now, I hope you're all keeping very well, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Goodbye!